This episode starts with some team of the season cards, which is pretty epic, and also Ramsdale got the goalkeeper of the Premier League, with the Golden Boot going to Carlos Alcaraz, not even going to our star striker Simeone. Also at the start of this season, we rejected an offer from Manchester City. They wanted us to be the manager. I said no, I'm sticking with Doncaster. We had a substantial amount of budget to deal with this season. I was hoping this would be our last one. Francis leaving us, and we now go in for Pedro Neto. 25.1 million is what we spend, and we sign him from Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. And we sell Palaversa to Osasuna. We also sell De Thomas to Bayern Munich. And we do reject that Ramsdale bid as well. He is not going to leave us. Although Palaversa, we also accept a Frankfurt in case he doesn't leave. Now, Mauricio Pochettino will match the £26 million that we want to take on new goalkeeper Koch. And we also sign Hakakama from the Japanese league, 66 overall, and he's 19 years old. Oh, we made quite a few signings this time. We also signed for Tessie off the bench, to strengthen our squad depth, and we signed Sumari from Hoffenheim to also strengthen that squad depth. We bring him in on a reasonable offer, which was hundreds of thousands of pounds. Now we start off with the Community Shield, the first Community Shield we've ever played in. It's against Liverpool, Pedro Neto's former club, and it was a very, very nice goal off the chest and in. Ramsdale makes a great save. He seems to play good in any of the FA competitions, but he couldn't keep that out though, unfortunately, from Mo Salah. However, we score another volley off the other side of Alisson's arm and in, but they do equalise to make it 2-2. Now Alcaraz, the Golden Boot winner, puts that top bins. Alisson doesn't even die, but he does die for that one, but cannot reach the bottom corner. Absolute banger from Liverpool, but Johansson can lay it off and we can smash that into the back of the net, and we win the Community Shield. I think our players sort of forgot how to celebrate, to be honest, because when you see Patrick Watts lift this, nobody is really excited like that way. Nice. Like, loads of them are just watching him lift it. He doesn't really care. Nobody really cares. I mean, Aaron Ramsdale's pointing a finger, and he seems the most happy out of everybody. They've not even got the budget to afford like a stand for us to sit on anyway. Minamino goes to Sociedad as well, and the first game of the actual season that actually matters, we concede before 20 minutes to Arsenal. We aren't going to let that deter us, and look at this volley. So unfortunate that Lafont saves it. We sold him to Arsenal last season, and Arsenal take a 2-0 lead. Great save from Ramsdale there, by the way, and we can play the through ball in, and of course he misses. I mean, I was going to say of course he scores, because I'm so used to seeing that sort of go in. Arsenal though do score to make it 3-0, and it's a hammering. It's not the start since we wanted. Simeone somehow gets out of that. It's really good, but it was a little too late. He slots that into the back of the net, but literally after injury time, so there was no way coming back. We score there against Manchester City, but they aren't going to go down without a fight. Foden putting it in the top bins, and from the penalty spot, can we hit the top corner? I put the tiniest bit of power on it, yellow time it, and it goes into the back of the net. Absolutely love that from Simeone. Man City though aren't going to give up, and they get a penalty from a handball from Brandon Williams. Now can Ramsdale step up and save this? No, he can't. It's straight down the middle. He dives the wrong way. Very unfortunate. And they do score to make it 3-2 as well. But we're not going to let that stop us as we blast that into the top bins to make it 3-3. However, Man City, 80th minute, they go straight ahead again. Now against Bournemouth, we had a poor game against them last year. A nice Rabona past Travers, a top bins past Travers. Now Bournemouth were in their same kit in which they hammered us. We also find Harry Maguire's at Brighton, and we move to Stamford Bridge to face on Chelsea with a nice 1-2 and a goal. We're not playing very well, considering we want to win the league this year. Again, we're not playing very well at all. That was a penalty. I'm not 100% sure if it was a penalty or not, but Havertz misses it anyway, thankfully. We can't score it anyway. It's a 2-0 loss now. RB Leipzig, our Champions League debut, is one that we win, and Brentford, we take the lead 2-0, very nice volley. Although, again, like most of these teams, they're not going to stop pressing. And it wasn't even half time, we were 2-1 up. And Brentford really pressing forward here, forcing a great save out of Ramsdale. Francis, their number 9, we obviously recognised, coming to our youth academy. He's playing at the Brentford Community Stadium for them. And a nice header from Alcaraz into the top bins. Now, what was that from Butland? I mean, it's like he's got match fixing. I hope he does, to be honest. There's no way he's keeping that one out though. Since he's moved to the AI's teams, he's not been as good. 3-0 win. We then faced Dynamo Kiev in Kiev. It's a nice little sweaty across goal. A lot of the times when I sweaty across goal, my players flare shot. I don't blame them, to be honest. That was a nice finish. And we were 3-0 up at this point. And what is going on here? Like, that's the worst defence I think I've seen all episode. However, we do push forward and make it 4. And Dynamo Kiev, desperate for a consolation goal. They get one 70 minutes in. And they thought, hang on, actually, we might be able to get something from this game when they score their second in less than 5 minutes. However, we shut down that with a near post header. Against Tottenham Hotspur at home at the Eco-Chesty Stadium, we forced Costa into a good save. However, no keeper's keeping that one out. He doesn't even die for it. He just knows that that's in. Simeone is an insane player, but Ramsdale is insane between the sticks for us. He's a very solid goalkeeper. Unfortunately, he's not as good as Butland at penalties, though, which is a shame considering we concede quite a few. That was a very nice finish. And, of course, there's going to be absolute scenes. Whenever we play Tottenham, there's absolute scenes. Now against Aston Villa, 12 minutes in, we have a penalty in which we slot past the goalkeeper with Simeone. And moving on to the Aston Villa game, a great save from Aaron Ramsdale. He is pulling out some worldy saves today, but you can't expect anybody to score that. Now look at this from Alcaraz. He's just running. Like, he's literally just running. Nobody's stepping in on him. And he's still got it. Unfortunately, he misses. But a great solo run, to be honest. I don't know how the defenders didn't stop him. The crossbar there was very unfortunate. However, we make it 2-1 minutes after the restart of the second half. And about 15 minutes later, we score again to make it 3-1. And then we have a free kick. We scored one, I think, last episode. We green timed it this time. But we scored a bicycle kick from the rebound. Very nice from Shortire. It's a great header. It's 5-1 win over Aston Villa. We're starting to find our form. Now against PSV, it's a good save. PSV actually have one of their players called John Buckley. I was looking at signing him from Blackburn, but I decided against it as I'm thinking potentially I could do a Blackburn career mode later. We wait until the very last second to pass it across as well, to have an open net to shoot at. The keeper tips it onto his post, and of course we're going to play that through ball. Of course we're going to score. I mean, was it ever in doubt? Johansson the one this time. The Icelandic international, loads of our players are going exceptionally well considering we're in Season 6. Somehow we couldn't score that as Selhurst Park, but we could score that one 10 minutes later. It's a very nice goal as well, chipped across for the volley, and look at that. This is top. That was absolute top bins. I think that's our top bins goal of the episode. We have one every episode. That's our one for there. Aaron Ramsdale with a good save as well. Now, Christopher Ayer gives away a penalty. This is what he gives it away for. That is not a penalty in my opinion. However, I could be slightly biased. Let me know in the comment section if you think it is. Ramsdale dies a little bit late, but it doesn't really matter as we can now press on after their missed penalty and score into the bottom corner. Now, Crystal Palace will not let us have a clean sheet. They're desperate to score and they do in the end. Their last effort was very close and it looked like it had actually gone in, but it hadn't. And I don't know what's going on here either. And Ramsdale with a great save though. And Aaron Ramsdale I find on the free agents. Not Aaron Ramsdale. Andrew Robertson I find on the free agents. So of course I'm going to bring him in after looking for a new wing back for quite some time to replace Brandon Williams. And where's his debut, do you think? Of course it's against Liverpool, in which we score before 10 minutes. They should not have released this man as he was pretty good this game. It's a 1-1 draw though. But look at this dressing room cutscene. It's absolutely elite. Imagine being in that dressing room. It looks so nice, so clean. The LEDs, lovely. But it was for our home leg against PSV. We were desperate to get a comfortable win over the Netherlands side. And 11 minutes in, and Cuesta gets sent off for a shocking challenge. I do decide that 97 power, Simeone is the one that should be taking this. That's why no goalkeepers can keep his shots out. 97 shot power, top bins again. That's where he always puts his penalties because he is our penalty king. Somehow we don't score that one either. There's been quite a few where we've had like really nice shots. We just couldn't score this game. We had our penalty, but the rest we just couldn't until that went in. And this one went in as well. I think our trying to score but couldn't sort of dried up before half time. And then we couldn't score in the second half. That somehow sneaks in as well. It's like a trickle roll. That one at the keeper's near post as well. And against Leipzig away in Germany, the keeper doesn't make that save look comfortable and can put it top bins against him. It was 2-0 up at this point. And it's a nice volley into the bottom corner. Now against Southampton, look at that for a finish. Pedro Neto, we've not seen much of him this episode. It's another nice finish from Alcaraz at the near post, and Ayer for some reason in there. And it was a good header from Simeone, and another one against Sheffield United at home. Now we face Dynamo Kiev for the second leg sort of thing of our group stage games against them. It's a very nice back heel to give us a goal as well, and we went 3-0 up before it was even 25 minutes in. Now half an hour in, John Tolkien can pass it across and keep his near post. He should be keeping that one out. We then we sell Steven Bergwijn to Atletico Madrid. He did tear his ACL, and Shortire gets the Ballon d'Or, the first player in this Doncaster career to get the Ballon d'Or. Shortire, the English blood, getting it for one of the first times. Against Man U, we score early, but we are unfortunately offside. Can't really tell what I was trying to say there, but we were through on goal, and what do you think happened here? It's of course going to be a goal. We're clinical from those sorts of ranges, but Manchester United get back in it. 300 matches, 150 wins, everything was in the 10 times table there. It was very nice. It's like they were all rounded. I don't know what the keeper's done that one. He should be keeping that out, not just trying to save his face, but he does make up for it with that insane save. Now against Everton at Goodison Park, we lay it off in the finish, top bins. Play it across again with Bonner in. 60 minutes in, we score again and again. Bear in mind, this is all legendary difficulty, and again, this is the difficulty that I was getting absolutely smacked on my first season in the Premier League. This is just how well this team has grown, that we can comfortably dispatch of these teams. It's another red card, this time going to Connor Coventry for West Ham. I was actually looking at signing him. I'm glad I didn't, because I don't want to get all those red cards though. Ramsdale with a great save as it's still 0-0. That's an incredible save as well from the West Ham goalkeeper. Like, that is absolutely elite. Shame we couldn't give those skills to Ramsdale, but we do score to make it 1-0 as their previous goal was offside, and 2-0. So even if it was onside, we'd still be in the lead. It's a great block and a great save from Ramsdale. We also go in to sign Bracanja from Eddie Howe's Newcastle side, in which we can make a proper deal, a new sub centre mid. We then sell Brandon Williams off to Bayern Munich in the January window as well. Now against Walsall, John Tolkien picks up, I think is this his third or his fourth red card in 2 seasons. He's the dirtiest player we've got, the American hothead. However, we can easily dispatch of Walsall in this game. That was a very nice volley there. We also go into Mukalele, another Newcastle player, and we also got him in fully on his contract. Now, moving on to the game against Wolves, Alcaraz sweaties it across, and another nice skilled finish. From the spot, though, they put it in the bottom right corner. Ramsdale cannot save. They came very close to scoring a lovely goal, but their goalkeeper will stop us scoring our own lovely one. A nice finish, 55 minutes in to get us the win. Now, against Newcastle at home, we win 1-0. And against Milan at the San Siro, it was all about who can score first, and it was us. Whoever scored first was pretty much going to be in control for the rest of the tie, as we made it 2-0. And then just before half time, they force an expert save out of Ramsdale, but they smash it into the top bins. We then make it 3-1. We then faced Reading. They scored from the spot through Swift, and we scored to make it 1-1. And where do you think their second goal was to come from after we could smash it into the bottom corner? Of course, the penalty spot, in which he scores again in the same place. However, a minute into injury time, Alcaraz is the one to get the goal and getting the fans wild, even though it's only a 3-2 win over Reading. Very nice goal. I don't know what Edison's doing there in our 1-0 win over Manchester City, and you can see the lovely cinematics of the Dortmund stadium. Very, very nice indeed. And in this Champions League quarter-final, we could make it 2-0 before it was even 20 minutes in. Now, the second leg, Dortmund were a lot better. They were 2-1 down. I jumped the result when I was 2-0 up. And we do score first to make it 3-1. And we have a good shot to keep us to tip that round. But Shortire will score to make it 4-1 on aggregate. And look at this scorpion kick. Look at this scorpion kick. It's literally going to be the thumbnail. Look at that. It's such a nice goal. It's such a nice goal. Simeone, the first scorpion kick of the series. Although Dortmund they suddenly turned insane. Like, honestly, the way the game just changed everything. So I decided to jump to result here, and we do win. For that, 'cause I could tell the game was scripting against me. Against Hoffenheim, though, in the semis, probably the easiest semi-final I can possibly wish for. We scored to make it 2-0. And we also scored bangers to make it 3-0. So, I mean, look at this, though. Pedro Neto, bang. Now, all I want to say is we are now in the Champions League final. It's pretty obvious that was going to happen, so just quick sim that. In the Champions League final, so smash a like on the video, subscribe, and be ready for the FA Cup and Champions League.